Happy Saturday. We are getting ready to grab some lunch. It is almost noon. So we're hungry. I didn't really eat much breakfast this morning. We did end up switching the rooms last night. So we moved our bedroom into the office and our office into the bedroom. And
I broke her diploma.
Yeah, there was a diploma frame that went flying off of the wall, but that's totally fine. So yeah, things are looking pretty good. We slept okay. I explained in the last vlog. That's why we did it, is because we were having trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
We slept okay. But we're happy to be out. It's really nice weather today. A pretty fall day. Maybe I'll show some trees after we get some lunch.
Good day for some beer.
Good day for some beer and some sausages. We're at like a German place that we like to come to, and they have a pool table, so hopefully we can play a quick round of pool. Did we bring any?
No, I didn't bring cash.
We don't have any cash.
No.
Where do they have an ATM? Maybe at the CVS.
Maybe
we can get some. I think we need to keep like a baggie of cash, of coins for when we come to places like this. We'll check back in a bit. Cheers. Remy is the rat. I think that could be a cute idea. Happy Sunday. We kind of cut the last one off sort of suddenly. We ended up going to the restaurant. We didn't get to play pool. Someone else was playing. And then it was super cute. They had like kids painting little Halloween scenes on all the windows, all the businesses, and it was super cute. And then today we just grabbed some lunch, and now we're headed to go thrifting, so that'll be fun. There's
some thrift shops before we have to go home and get ready for the week.
Yeah, exactly. There's a fun little area that we like to go to that's like 30 minutes outside of the city. So we'll have to show you if we see any treasures. Got done grocery shopping. It is a zoo. We did find a couple of treasures. On the way back, we grabbed a cappuccino from Dunkin'. One of Sam's patients told him that Dunkin' has the best cappuccinos, and he was a man from Italy. And so we tried it for the first time, and they are strong as can be, much stronger than Starbucks. So if you need a good cappuccino, you know where to go. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is 11:15 exactly, and I just got out of a quick meeting. I woke up at 1:30 in the morning, wide awake, and I was texting with one of my friends from my program this morning, and I said that I literally considered sending out emails at 1:30 that I needed to get back to people, but I was worried that I would concern others, so I did not do that. But even though I'm tired, I am in good spirits today, so I'm thankful for that. Yes, another meeting at 12:30. And then I'm done with meetings for the day, which is nice. So hopefully I can prep for class tomorrow and work on some other things that I need to get done. And then I'm making dinner tonight. I'm making, what's it called? I literally can't remember. What am I making tonight? It's a classic Russian dish that I make as often as possible because I love it. Stroganoff. I am making stroganoff tonight. I ended up getting that jumpsuit that I think there's a clip of it that I probably have put in already. So I did get that. That was treasure. And then Sam got this book, this really old book from like the 1930s. His brother has been wanting to get an authentic old version of the Christmas Carol to read at Christmas. And so it has the Christmas Carol and then I think like 2 other Christmas stories in it. So it's really cool. Maybe I'll have him show it later. So that's what we found. We had a good time. It was kind of a spontaneous trip. We didn't know that we were going to drive down there and do that. And so it was fun to do something spontaneous. Wanted to do a quick outfit of the day. I have on the jumpsuit, the treasure jumpsuit that I got while we were out thrifting. It's super comfortable. I am not very tall. I'm 5'4" on a good day, and I have most of my height in my legs, so it's a little long, but I feel like it works. It's really comfortable while sitting, which is usually hard to find in a jumpsuit. So I have on that with the same trench I showed in my last vlog. And then for shoes, I just have on a old pair of booties. They're actually Jessica Simpson, the brand, which is funny. But they are some ride or dies. I've had them for a really long time. And they never fail me. Earrings are Madewell. I think I've posted these before. Hello and welcome to another coffee chat. I had so much fun doing the last one, even though it was a little bit of a heavy topic. I really enjoyed it and I thought that it would be a nice thing to try to incorporate into more of these vlogs. Just a time where we can sit down together and talk about something that matters to us. I just got back from teaching. I wanted to take a little moment for myself and have some coffee, so I'm doing that. I knew that I wanted to do this coffee chat today, but I was trying to think about what do I want to talk about today. And I was thinking that I would talk about a question that seems to have been coming up a lot for me lately, which is the question of how I knew or how I decided to pursue a PhD. I think it's an important discussion to have because if you are like me and you're a first generation college student, maybe you don't know anyone who has a PhD. I know that I didn't, other than, my educators, my professors and things like that. So when you don't know anyone in that role, it's kind of hard to imagine, well, how did they know that they could do that? Or how did they know that that was right for them? Or how did they know what steps to take, right? And I can relate to all of those questions. So I wanted to just share a little bit about my story briefly, and hopefully it might be helpful to some of you. I did my undergrad at San Francisco State University. I studied psychology and holistic health, so that's what my bachelor's degree is in psychology with a minor in holistic health. Psychology was impacted at San Francisco State, and so I applied to major in psychology, and the rest is history. I loved it, and I still do. And it really was through my exposure to mentors that I began to realize that a PhD could be a possibility for me. So I would say that one of the most important things that you can do throughout your educational journey is to seek out mentors who care. I started off by doing research in a research lab, so I had taken a course that I excelled in, and even though maybe it wasn't, the ultimate topic that I loved, I knew that I had excelled in the course and that the professor was open to allowing students to come to lab meetings. And so I approached the professor and did just that. I started to go to the lab meetings, and then I became an RA, started collecting data, followed it through, and ended up doing an honors thesis in that lab. At the same time, I began to realize kind of where there were gaps that I felt like weren't being filled for me. I was learning a lot about the brain and cognition and behavior, but I wanted to know more about how physiology sort of interacts with that dynamic. And so I sought out an opportunity in another lab, which was in a different department. The lab was in the Department of Health Education. And that's how I ended up minoring in holistic health, is because I was also conducting research in that lab and I fell in love with that topic too. And so I did research in 2 labs in undergrad. Still, I wanted to make sure that I was very positive and very confident about pursuing a PhD. And so I did get a little bit of experience in more of a clinical setting. I decided to become certified and work as a registered behavior technician, or RBT. And so I had the privilege of working with kids who had autism. And that was one of the most rewarding experiences in my life. I am so thankful to have had that opportunity. And ultimately, I decided that I was always still thinking about the lab and sort of how I could bring what I was learning into more of a research or experimental setting. And so I ended up conducting my honors thesis on autism traits and executive functioning. From there, I was confident that I wanted to pursue a PhD and do experimental research within a laboratory setting. So from there, I started to apply. And I'm happy to talk about the application process if you are all interested in hearing more about applying to graduate or PhD programs. But I guess that what I really want to emphasize with everything that I've just shared about my path is that it might not be a direct route, and you might not know today that you want to pursue a PhD, but I think seeking out opportunities that maybe provide hints or help to inform what it is that you do want to do is a great step. I also think that, again, really seeking out those mentors who care, whether it's in the form of a professor or you have to reach out to someone sort of in a cold call or cold email fashion to try to set up a meeting with them and discuss. I think that taking a class outside of your department may be helping to kind of expand your network a bit more and help to provide you with more of a sort of integrative understanding of what it is that you want to do. The last thing that I would ever want anyone to think is that you have to be 100% sure that the PhD is right for you when you're in undergrad, right? I definitely think that when the time comes that you are accepting an offer from a PhD program, at that point you should be pretty sure that this is what you want to do, because it is a challenging path. But I think that when you are in undergrad, or even in the years following undergrad, before you decide to apply to a program, it's okay to explore and it's okay to question, is it the right path for me? I think when we have caring mentors in our lives who can help to encourage us, that is a really powerful thing. And then I think our own experiences, which we might seek out, whether it is getting experience in a clinical setting or it is getting more laboratory experience, either of those things I think can help to inform and provide us with that confidence and that knowledge that this is the path for us. I hope you found this helpful. I know it might be a little bit choppy because I've rambled a bit, but I'm always happy to talk about these things, and thanks for being here. I am going to read over some student papers and then start my office hours soon. Today is actually mine and Sam's 9-year anniversary together. I think we have leftovers tonight, but I don't know what we're going to do tonight, if we'll just have leftovers here or if maybe we'll decide we want to go grab a bite to eat. I'm not sure, but I hope you are all having a wonderful day.